Yo, 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 yo! What up, party people? It's your favorite diabolical host, Tommy the Hammer, coming at you guys in the month of April. And I thought what better time than to check out a Halloween movie. That's right, guys. We're going to be peeping a Halloween-themed horror film in April. And I'm sure if you've been watching my channel by now, you've realized that there really is no rhyme or reason as to why I review the things that I do. I just view them as I get them, and that's definitely the case for today's film. We're going to be peeping this modern-day horror anthology called 1031. And for those of you that don't know, anthology horror films are basically multiple stories told by different directors. I'm going to be peeping the movie 1031. I can't wait. I love all these modern-day retro throwback horror movies that seem to be coming out. And this looks like it's going to be a good one. So check out the trailer, and when we get back, we're going to be discussing the movie 1031 a little bit. Don't go anywhere, guys.
Good evening, my victims, and welcome to my Halloween Monster Marathon with me, your host, Malvolia, the Queen of Scream.
Most horror movie anthology series are definitely hit or miss, and 1031 is no exception. There are definitely certain stories that are better than others. I would have to say my two favorite stories in this anthology is The Old Hag and Trespassers. Everything outside of that really doesn't quite hit the mark in my opinion. And if I had to voice a complaint about why that is, I feel like there's too many fingers in the pot, so to speak. Now, I've never directed a horror movie in my entire life, so I really don't know what goes into the production of a horror film, let alone a movie that embodies different stories from 4 or 5 different directors. I mean, that's got to be a huge undertaking, and I didn't want to make it seem like I'm detracting from all the, dedication and hard work that goes behind these low-budget horror movies. But at the same time, I feel like whoever set up the movie 1031, whoever was producing it, would have scaled the stories back to maybe 3 solid tales and really worked on the production of those 3 solid stories, and I feel like the end result would have been much better. I really like Justin Seaman's story, The Old Hag, because it kind of reminded me of those old late 70s, early 1980s Italian horror movies like Suspiria and Spider Labyrinth. If you've ever seen those movies, you'll understand immediately what I'm talking about. There's definitely some shocking imagery of, old ladies, old witches with their, scraggly hair in silhouettes and neon lights hitting them. And it really sends me back to films from that era, so I could really appreciate where that particular story was coming from. My other favorite story in this anthology series was Trespassers, about the creepy scarecrow. So if I was to award the movie 1031 a star count, I would have to give it a solid 5.5 out of 10. It's not the best anthology horror movie I've ever seen, but there's definitely some bright spots. So in those regards, it's the perfect midnight movie for you and your friends if you're sitting around, cracking the beers, and looking to watch something at the midnight hour. Well, you could do a hell of a lot worse than 1031.